Vishtavi Vedai Sangavadakramopanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samaga Yanavastidadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Vidasura Saragana Evaya Tasmai Namaha. Okay, please read verse number 2 onwards, please. Asha Pasha Satir Vaddhaha Kama Krodha Parayana Ihante Kama Bhogartham Anyayena Artha Sanchayan Idam Adhyamaya Labdham Idam Prapsye Manoratham Idam Asti Idam Apime Bhavishyati Punardhanam. So, here you see the descriptions of two varieties of people. That is the beginning of this chapter. Daivi Sampat, Asura Sampat. The noble becoming values or dispositions and the unbecoming dispositions, like what they call in ordinary day-to-day parlance as the demonic disposition. In a sense, call it negative, call it anger, hatred, jealousy, all because these two dispositions have two different sources. Simply dismissing anger, hatred, jealousy, or exhorting somebody that you must not be angry, you must not be jealous, you should be kind, does not cut any ice, because the person must know the root of it. Because everybody knows, every child, every youngster, every adult knows it is better to be kind than to be cruel. It is better to be sensitive than to be insensitive. It is definitely not expected of me to be angry, jealous, short-tempered. Everybody knows the limitations of it. But not many people know how to be kind, how to make themselves free from anger, hatred, jealousy. Therefore, most of the time it remains in the realm of advice. Never the person is capable of living the values that he is talking about. That is where you see a glaring vacuum, distance, chasm between the preaching and living. You talk about kindness, you are cruel. You talk about acceptance, you are most resistant. You talk about love, affection, but you are always full of hatred, jealousy, and all that. So, should you blame the person for it? The principle must be understood as to why and how these dispositions surface in a human mind. The Asura Sampat, what you call as the negative tendencies in the ordinary parlance, like anger, hatred, jealousy, unbecoming emotions, which destroys the individual who entertains it, also destroys the people against whom they are directed. How do they come about? That name itself explains. Asura. That word asura in Sanskrit, as I told you in the morning, asusu, praneshu, karmendriyeshu, jnanendriyeshu, ramate iti asura. Those who revel in prana, the pranic functions, those who revel in the organs of action and sense organs and sensations of everything, that person is known as the asura. Not knowing his own true nature as the happiness itself, anandoham, satswarupoham, chitswarupoham, shivoham, that I am the auspiciousness, I am the bliss. Ignorant of these things, the person who identifies with these sense organs, mind and all that, and looks for happiness in sensations of various kinds, he shall inevitably become a asura. Please understand. Because he can't escape. He can't escape. Because you can't, please see, nobody can remain unhappy. Are you getting that point, please? This is something comes here, compulsion. Somebody compulsively, like some people are, you understand that word, compulsive. Compulsive means thought comes, you must do it. Very compulsive, like anger. Comes now, word, it immediately explodes. I want ice cream, ice cream. If I want a car, I want a car. If I want this man to go, must go. If I want these things to happen, must happen. Compulsive. Thought comes, that is like the addict, like a drug addict. Person who is stuck on smoking, drinking. And the time comes, the person goes crazy. Thought comes, action must take place. If it doesn't take place, the person goes crazy. Now this is where please appreciate. The individual, you cannot just blame the individual because helpless, like a child. Like a children, what happens? The child thinks of a balloon, balloon. Middle of the night, the child says, Mommy, I want ice cream. Baby, it is evening, it is night, shops are closed. Does the baby understand shops are closed, night? He doesn't understand. Ice cream, ice cream. If I want it, it must be there. Some people remain as grown-up babies. Even when they're 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, they still remain as the grown-up babies. The moment the thought comes, the person must have the object. That becomes compulsion. Why does it happen? Because nobody can remain unhappy in life. And in order to be happy, the person must get the object of his desire. And these desires drive him crazy because he wants to be happy. It begins with a wrong conclusion that I am unhappy and I want to be happy. And that is where asha pasa satiribadha. Hundreds and thousands of desires, cravings keep coming up in life. That is why if the ignorance is the disease, desires become the symptoms. When you go on curing the symptom, the disease continues. Nobody can escape that. So when they are just desperate that, say, a car will make me happy or a particular food will make me happy, the person is desperate. Whoever denies him that access to that object, against him, his anger will be directed. You cannot escape anger, kama. You cannot escape krodha, the anger, if you have a kama, a desire, lust, expectations. They go together. Kamat krodha. Anger is preceded by an expectation or a desire. When your child fails, you get angry because you had an expectation from your child that he should have 100%. If your neighbor's child fails, it is okay because you have no expectations at all. Any time, please see that working of it. Anger means has to be preceded by some type of expectations. Only if your expectation is not fulfilled, you get angry and see the pathetic side of it. By chance it is fulfilled, greed more and more. So if you don't get it, you are angry. If you get it, insatiable demand, greed comes. Now what do? Asha pasa satir baddha. Kama krodha parayanaha. So thus this person who has to look for happiness in life, but is not interested to know where the happiness is, because this person doesn't know where to search for it. Kama krodha parayanaha ihante. They go on struggling in life. Ihante chestante. They go on struggling in life. For what? Kama bhogartham. In order to be happy, comfortable, get every sensation. So this happiness, this comfort becomes the ultimate craving of the human individual. Kama bhogartham ihante. Today in a secular society, call it secular society, religious society, anywhere, people go absolutely crazy for different icons of pleasure. I must have an iPod, I must have a digital camera, I must have a cell phone, a particular brand cell phone, I must have a particular car, must have a house here, must have this type of man or this type of woman, must have this movie, must have this. You go on. You have these things. Kama bhogartham ihante. They go on struggling until they go on reaching one or many of those dream objects. And who created that dream for you? Others created. That is where our generation is so successfully sacrificed at the altar of thirst and craving. Because you have to get it. You must do as they say, as the Joneses do. If they have something, I should have, or better. Ihante kama bhogartham. And how do you satisfy it? To get the object, you must have the means to produce it. And how do you get the means? Anyayena artha sanchayan. See the language. Anyayena artha sanchayan. Artha sanchaya. You save money. You earn your wealth anyayena, in all unjustified way. Every day, newspaper full of it. This morning's newspaper. In Madras airport, there was a CBI vigilance raid in the cargo complex. 7 superintendents of customs have been arrested. 700,000 cash is collected. That is that day's income. You don't know every day how much was going on. 7. 4, 5 male, 2 female superintendents, and apart from that, some people are also. I just an example. Yesterday, today it came. That's what I'm talking. Every day, all over the world, billions passing hand. How? Anyayena artha sanchayan. Everybody wants to make the fastest buck, the quickest possible buck. Why? So that he can have his dream house, his dream car, his dream trip, his dream what? X. You put it, whatever you like. Money brings it. Therefore, artha sanchayan, you have to manipulate the wealth. And when it happens, once you catch that ghost, that obsession for the wealth, this shall be your destiny. Idam adya maya labdham. Idam adya maya labdham. Maya labdham. Now I have gained these things today. Idam prapsye manoratham. I shall get these things tomorrow. It's a never-ending dream. Idam adya maya labdha. Ask yourself. You don't have to look at people. Don't say, Swamiji, I have an uncle who is like that. No, don't worry about uncles. You look at yourself. How you jump from craving to craving, desire to desire, need to need. When you see the marriage scenario, what do you see? my fourth, he is seventh, he is 10th, he is 11th, or 11th. What does it mean? Every time we think, this man, dream man, soulmate. This is the dream one. This is the dream one. What happens after 2 months? Nightmare. What happens? Why? Same thing, object. Very soon you get tired of this sense, inanimate objects, very soon you get tired of. Why? Because you know there is nothing much in it. But these living beings, human beings, becomes the biggest enigma, a riddle, problem for everybody. Because a person thinks, if only I can get that person. Now you don't know that person was with somebody else, it did not work. But you think it will work for me. And every time you hope that it will work for you. It doesn't work. Do you know why it doesn't work? Because, not that there is something wrong with the world, there may be something wrong with the world also, but there is positively something wrong with yourself. Because you are a lie. That is why you cannot find truth anywhere. What you are looking for, listen carefully, your very search is meaningless. You are looking for something somewhere where it is not. In reality, yourself is happiness, yourself is fulfillment. But when you are looking for that something there, you will never find it because it's not there. So whether it is a living thing or non-living thing, soon you get tired. Very soon you get tired. So when you get the object, idam adhyamaya labdha, now I have got these things, idam prapsye manoratham, idam prapsye manoratham, now I shall get other things also, I shall get these things. And never ending. Idam asti, idam api me bhavishyati, idam asti, it is with me, this is mine, idam asti, idam me bhavishyati, and I will get this also. See that line? Absolutely human. And today, you are pushed into this type of craving. If you do not crave, you feel something wrong with you. The world will make you feel stupid. How can you live without anything? How can you live without a car? How can you live without a house? How can you live without these things? By chance you are a person, remain satisfied and happy with yourself, they will look down upon you. This fellow is nuts. How can he say he is happy without anything? Why is he a religious freak? Or some nuts, they will tell you, brand you outright. Because when I cannot live without things, how can the person say he can live without it? Naturally, you judge people from the standard you set for yourself. When you are unhappy in spite of everything, you cannot believe somebody can be happy without anything. Understand? It becomes very difficult. So the mirage eternally recedes. Idam asti me, now I have got this, idam me bhavishyati, this I shall get. And that is where education helps you to create dreams and to follow your heart, as they say. Then it's a never-ending mirage. At the end of it, you drop dead, still the mirage eyed of you. The person doesn't get it. Nothing happens. Idam asti idam api me bhavishyati punardhanam. I shall get more and more wealth I shall get. Not only that, to get it, how do I get it? Read. You shall see the language. Asau maya hata satrun hanishye cha paranapi Ishwaroham aham bhogi Siddhoham balavan sukhi Adhyo bhijanavanosmi Konosti sadrusho maya Yakshe dasyami modishye Ityajnana vimohitaha asau maya hata satruhu hanishye cha paranapi Ishvaroham aham bhogi Siddhoham balavan sukhi Adhyo bhijanavan asmi Konosti sadrusho maya Yakshe dasyami modishye Ityajnana vimohitaha. Very beautiful, very beautiful. He says, Asau maya hatas satrun. So how do I get these things? Naturally, you have to earn it. How? Either by snatch it from somebody or do something to get it. Suppose it is with somebody. Somebody has got all the wealth that I am dreaming of. What shall I do? Hanishye asau maya hata satru. Asau hataha. This enemy has been killed by me. So the person does not mind murdering, killing, destroying anybody. Please understand. When you say murdering, killing, destroying, not necessarily physically chopping off somebody's head. Murdering, destroying somebody's career also is a type of murder. Assassinating somebody's character also is the character assassination also is a type of murder. Scandalizing somebody, planting a story, wrong story, rumor also is a type of a murder. Somehow you disgrace the other person and you take over. You shall see these intrigues in every field, whether it is a secular field, religious field. Everywhere these intrigues go on. If the person wants the power, the other person must be moved out of the way. And how to move him out of the way? One way is killing him out. Other way is destroying him in so many different ways. It is a character assassination, planting a story, somehow or other machinating the removal of the person. Asau hatmaya hata satrun hanishye aparana. Like it's a simple thing. There is a, today's again newspaper, very nice. In London there are two paintings. They want to keep it for London. So they don't know how to keep it. They don't have money. One actress came out. You should see that newspaper. She said, we must keep it. So how should I do it? She modeled nude. So the other persons can, sort of the actors, the artists can paint her up nicely. I mean, looking at the nude thing, they put it down. They collected 50 million pounds. Yeah. And they purchased that, what is that? Particular, I forget the name of that painting, very famous painting. They kept it for the people. Now the second painting is coming up for sale. They don't want it to go away from London. So the lady has decided to do it again. You purchase it off. How? Don't ask. You can purchase it off. Knock it off. So, you understand, this is the generation. I want that particular land. I want that particular house. I want that particular job. I want that particular man. I want that particular woman. It goes crazy. Living in a protected atmosphere, listening day in and day out, you are the happiness, you are the bliss, you are the absolute. Everything seems so lovely, so nice. But the moment you step out into the world, you shall see what is the cutthroat competition that goes on there. If you are not a participant, you shall be simply bumped. Nobody will care for you. You want to achieve something, you have to struggle. And in that process, they can use any method to bump you out. Hanishye, what is this? Asau maya hata satrun. Hanishye aparanapi. Not only I have removed the obstacles, call it human beings or others. Hanishye aparanapi. I shall also remove everybody else. What anger? Are you getting that? This is the, understand, this is generation. This is clear picture of a generation. Observe few characters. Anywhere you shall see how it is going on. Whether it is a terrorist group functioning, it's a corporate battle, whether it is a family feud, everywhere. Now have won over somebody, hanishya aparanapi, shall remove others. And therefore, Ishwaroham, I am the God. I am the Lord, I am the monarch. I have all the power. How does these, the leaders, whether it's a mafia, it's a terrorist group, political group, a religious group, how do they feel? I am the God. I am the boss, and the boss can do no wrong. Ishwaroham. Aham bhogi. I am the one bhogi. I enjoy everything, unbridled, unrestricted access to every type of pleasure. Aham bhogi. That is how the person is proud, no? Who is proud man? What does he say? Suppose by chance you say, yesterday I went to, what is that? Tiruvannamalai, one place, and I had a little ice cream. Innocently you are telling, I want a little ice cream, a little nice food. That is your big dream. What the other person say? Tiruvannamalai, what is there? Have you gone to Madras? 5-star hotel? Other place, what is this 5-star hotel? Madras? Bombay? Have you gone to Paris? London? I have seen everything in my life. I have gone to Brazil, Rio, South American, exotic destinations. I have gone to Australia. I have gone to London. I have gone to Paris. I have gone to... You destroy everybody. Aham bhogi. Deep inside, you shall never tell anybody, after visiting all these places, I am still miserable and empty. That will not tell anybody. You get that occasional high by denouncing the other person for the time being, that he is useless, compared to him I am better. You forget your misery for some time. That is why most people, they try to be with somebody who is lesser than them, so that they have a sense of imaginary superiority all the time. If you see somebody is better than you, your emptiness will be so conspicuous. Therefore, as far as possible, keep yourself in a position where your inferiority is not exaggerated. Very smart people, they live their life like that. It's like in a small place, you are a big man. And you don't want to step out of that little kingdom, because if you step out of it, you will know how stupid you are. When people do not come to expose themselves to this knowledge. Why? Because their bubble will burst. The simple one logic you give them, that you can needle, you can explode their bubbles. Are you important for who you are or for what you have? This little question you analyze, every bubble will burst. Why are you important? What is the reason? Why do you feel so important? Big job. You are not important, your job is good. If you first time you wake up to that fact, you shall be shaken up. Everybody loves me. Why? Money. Money is gone? Nobody. Everybody likes me. Why? Young. Youth goes, everybody knows where you are, telephone doesn't ring. Everybody loves me. Why? Because I am in the power, in the position. Position goes, telephone rings. They take away the telephone. When you are taken from the job, the telephone also goes. Government facilities, no. So what do? So you are, please see that. The moment you see that, your bubble bursts. So people try to keep themselves with somebody, so that they can, with a lower, so that they feel that pride. Aham bhogi, I am Ishwaroham, that pride. delusion of highest kind. Aham bhogi. Siddhoham, sampannoham. I am the most accomplished one. Why? Just because he has money. Listen, a PhD works in an university, gets $100,000. Just think of it. Another person may be highly qualified, engineer, doctor, something, got little money. One car, one house. The person who is 10th standard fail, but he is a real estate business. He is in the some type of a drug business or some type of thing, and so getting millions of dollars. How shall he look upon these educated people? Useless fellows. Wasting their time in the college and school. Why? Because I never went to school, and look at me. Are you getting, you understand that point, you feel destroyed, morally, intellectually destroyed. Because first class first, university, gold medalist, graduate, going on a cycle. The fellow who dropped out is going in a bench. You start looking down upon as to why did I waste my life in study. Think of it. Like people playing cricket or playing some game. Billions. Why? Entertainers. Listen carefully. It shall come little later on. Entertainers. Thousands of people, ask friends, thousands of people. What do they want? Do they want real happiness or entertainment? How many people want the real happiness? And how many people want entertainment? In the field of religion also, do you want to be entertained or do you want to be challenged? In the field of religion also, listen carefully, in the field of religion also, people come for entertainment. If there is song, dance, music, and different types of chamatkar, miracles, if only I can, promises of various kinds, then everybody shall throng for it. If you tell the person, you must think for yourself, everybody will disappear. Entertainment, because everybody wants to be happy with something. Can somebody make me happy? Are you getting that point? Can somebody make me happy? Be happy with yourself. Difficult. Can somebody make me happy? You don't understand. You are choosing the most difficult option of your life. The moment you choose that option of somebody making you happy, you are reserving your right to be miserable for the rest of your life. Why? Because that something or somebody shall disappear. Are you getting that point, please? That something or somebody will disappear. So in religion, what happens? In the religion, most of the time, they keep you under that type of delusion. As though the guru will make you happy, or this practice will make you happy. You are playing football, you are happy for some time. Now you are tired of football, tired of all those games. Now you want to sing and chant and dance. That also will make you happy for some time. You will forget your misery for some time. Soon you will be tired, as you are tired of many other things in life, until you find it for yourself. But the person who is entertaining, what is a Siddhoham? I am the most accomplished one. Balavan, I am the strongest one. And where from his strength comes? Money is his strength. So is he strong? He is weak. If there is your strength depend on something, definitely you are not a strong person. Do they ever recognize this? By the time they recognize it, too late. Old age, helpless state. They have passed through doing enough damage for themselves and for others. Balavan, I am rich. Sukhi, I am the happy man. You are a happy man? or you are forgotten for a few minutes that you are unhappy, like a deep sleep. In a deep sleep, there is a forgetfulness for some time. You are not positively happy. Your unhappiness is forgotten. In moments of pleasure, in moments of sensation, in moments of song, dance, music, you are not positively happy. You just forget your unhappiness for some time. You sit down in so-called meditation. You forget your unhappiness for some time. In a group you are meditating. In a group you are praying, singing, dancing, jumping, hugging, do whatever nonsense you want to do. You shall forget for some time that you are unhappy. The moment the group disappears, loneliness descends. That is why people like to live in group. It's like a cult. Association, congregation, togetherness, vastness, not for some type of a mutual dependence, which comes after you understand yourself who you are. That's a different thing altogether. If you find little solace or happiness in a congregation, in a group or in something, you shall be miserable. But the person says what? Sukhi, very proud, very proud. And such a person, if you challenge him, he will destroy you. Why? It is like taking away the staff of the blind man. The blind man's stick, if you take it away, he shall try to destroy you. Ignorant man's walking staff. So many things in the world. And so proud he is. He says, what is it? Adhyosmi dhanena abhijanavanasmi dhanena adhyosmi. Adhyosmi dhanam. I have so much of wealth at my disposal. That's the big thing. Whoever, as they say, whoever pays the piper calls the tune. When you have the wealth, you have a different type of swagger, different type of confidence. Why? No problem. Anything I can take care. No problem. Yes. Because it provides you that. That is why the person should be interested in studying or interested in wealth. In today's youngsters, if they are going crazy, it is all because they are inheritors. The first generation, second generation, just think of it. They struggled. They made their money. Now, you are suppose you have a child. You started with nothing, you made millions. It straight away goes to the child. Just by virtue of being the son or the daughter of you, he gets millions for no reason. Now, if money making is the goal of life, he has already made the millions by virtue of being your child. Now, why should he study? You work, he will have fun. That is where parents become devastated. Because children are no more interested. Because what they have dreaming, they have already got it. Why should they work for anything? They'll demand and receive it. Please appreciate. Most youngsters go crazy. Adhyosmi, avijanvanasmi. So many people, I am surrounded by so many people. And what is the line? Kon vasti sadrusho maya. Who is there like me? I am the ultimate. What language, you see that? What language? Kon vasti sadrusho maya. Maya sadrusha ko anya asti. Is there anybody like me? Look at my car. Look at my house. Look at my dress. Look at everything about me. I go around the world, I do this. Kon vasti sadrusho maya. You don't even talk to other people. Somebody can die with that delusion. Until the last moment, he need not wake up. Please understand. This delusion is so strong. It is just like a dark cloud covering this mountain for 7 days. First day you reach, the whole mountain is covered with a cloud. Suppose you stay for 10 days and your stay is here for 3 days. You will not believe that cloud, there is a mountain behind it because it's all cloud. You never saw. You'll go back with an idea. They talk about the mountain. I never saw. Most people can die with this veil of power, position, or other side, helplessness, desperation. Ignorance has both the dimensions. It can make you feel miserable. It can also make you feel where you can delude yourself. Who is there like me? Konvasti sadrusho maya. Both are nuts. One who feels superior because of a reason is as stupid as even the person who feels helpless, inferior because of a reason. If there is you feel poor because of the poverty, you are not poor. The riches are not there. You are different. You feel rich because of the riches. If you are feeling rich because of the riches, you are not rich. The riches are rich, meaning the objects are more valuable. So you are different from that. You are different from both. So in order to see that, this cloud must disappear. That is, ignorance must go about yourself. So one who doesn't know this, he says, Ko nosti sadruso maya. There is nobody like me. So what shall I do? Yakshe, just see, yakshe. I do the pujas, rituals of various kinds. I'll explain to you. Dasyami, I give. Modishye, I revel. Iti ajnana vimohita. Completely coming under the spell of ignorance, the person is proud of doing whatever he likes. Dasyami, I give whomsoever like. And whom shall I give? Shankara nicely comments, Natebhya dasyami, I give it to the entertainers. Who makes me happy? I give it to him. One Tamilian actress is going to get married 27th December. Today's newspaper it came. Whom is going to get married? She is going to get married to a person who is coming from another country, an Indian settled there, and he is the producer of a big company. He has a person is a big company. He is 35-year-old, big company he has got. And for that company, he wanted this girl to model, to be ambassador for that company. He has his eyes on her for a long time. But how to rope? So he said, be the ambassador. Very professional. And the moment she agreed, of course she agreed, because who will not agree for a huge money that comes with it? Who will not agree? Yeah, innocent, very innocent. Anybody is doing modeling, so why not? So she agreed for that. The day she agreed, after a few days, the company sent a brand new BMW from the other country to. Why? As the retainership for the ambassador. BMW. Then she was invited to the other country also and did the job, whatever. Then the person comes in. What? Of course, asking the marriage for whatever. They agree, she agree, all right, the marriage is fixed now. As that man, with a person like that, there is a orphanage, there is a hospital, people are running down dying. Can you give some money? Where is the money? If you entertain me, I will give you anything. Understand? Dasyami. This is the rich man's charity. They grant favor. To whom? Whosoever massages my foot. Understand? Whoever entertains me. That is why even the gurus stoop to the level of being entertainers. If you tell the rich man you are stupid, you will not get anything. Therefore you tell him, yes, you can have the liquor in one hand and another chicken on the right hand also, but still you can be in meditation. Nothing like that. Having the cake and eating it too. Oh, wow. This is all geared towards that. Entertainment. Are you getting that, please? Geared towards that. The person must say what the person wants to listen. Entertainer. Dasyami. To whom shall you give? Think. Whom shall you give? whosoever can massage your ego. So do you want, if you want to understand yourself, you want ego massage or ego challenge? If you like to be massaged, you don't understand. The day you stop giving, massage will stop. Then you shall go back with the idea what? Oh, these people are all rascals. As long as they are getting money, they are so nice. Now when they do not get the money, they are not looking at me. What about you trying to get favor by giving massage? Are you getting that? That you want to listen to somebody. If somebody tells you this is not right, you cannot take it. What about your immaturity? So that is how this man indulges. Dasyami. I give whomsoever I want. What do you want? Dasyami yakshe, dasyami modishye. I shall give whomsoever I want. What? Whatever I like. And thereby, modishye, I enjoy. So anybody entertains me, good. Somebody challenges me, I cannot take it. Most people are like that in life, understand? That is why most religions, listen carefully, most religions are geared towards that. You don't worry, God will take care. Hoppa, that's what I wanted. It's like telling, you don't worry, your uncle is waiting at the other side. When you reach India, your uncle is waiting with a car in the airport, everything will be taken care. Ayyo, thank you, thank you, thank you. Why? Because I can take care of myself. And what is this is just intercontinental travel. International travel, intercontinental travel. When you reach the other continent, when you reach the other country, somebody is there to look after you. How do you feel? Thank you. Interplanetary, if you say. When you die, somebody will be there to take care of it. How do you feel? Oh, very nice. Why? I don't know about the unknown. So the religious person promises you, we'll take care. You don't worry. Most religious people will say, you don't worry, I will take care. Upanishad will say, I can do one thing, I'll help you to grow up, but you have to do it. How many people will come? You know what it is. Why in the field of knowledge and thinking, there is such a little crowd? Because you have to do it for yourself. Look at Krishna, you call him God. If you accept him as a wise person, if you say he is a God, he could have given to Arjuna just like that if he could. 17 chapters wasting his time, explaining again and again so many things for what? Thinking. Please know, friends, nobody can live your life, nobody can think your thought. You have to decide. You cannot just pass on the buck. You have to live for yourself, you have to die for yourself. Can somebody die for you? Definitely not. Nobody can live for you either. You have to live your life. And if you have to live your life, you must know how to do it. See for yourself. So, somebody entertains me, therefore, dasyami, I shall give. Yakshe, I do what? Whatever I like. Yakshe, I do puja, worship, rituals, as I like. Today nobody understands the ritualistic language. My marriage will be celebrated this way. My birthday will be celebrated this way. If I am going to gift somebody something, it will be done in this way, as I like. That is why people nowadays, rich people compete with each other. No, different types of marriages, different types of gifts, different types of invitation card. Why? As I like. So you want to show off. At the end of the day, you have to face yourself. But who has the time to appreciate it? Mahadeva. Iti ajnana vimohita. Thus, modishye, so thus is how I enjoy. Ajnana vimohita, completely deluded by ignorance, they continue their life. Then what happens? Read. It's a very simple thing, you know? I will finish it up tomorrow, don't worry. Aneka chitta vibhrantaha mohajala samavrutaha prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau atma sambhavita stabdha dhanamanamadannvitaha yajante nama yajñaiste dambhena vidhipurvakam aneka chitta vibhrantaha mohajala samavrutaha prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau atma sambhavita stabdhaha dhanamanamadannvitaha yajante nama yajñaiste dambhena vidhipurvakam. So such people, ajnana vimohita, totally deluded by ignorance, they do what they call a swachachara, what they do, what they like to do. Dhanam, charity is not where it should be given, but whoever entertains me, it goes there. Whoever can massage my ego, that will go to those people. That is why flatterers take away everything. Understand? Sycophants, flatterers, those are the ones who are the misuse, ego misuse. They will take away everything. Genuine person will not get anything. If you tell the king that he is doing something wrong, what type of favor he will grant to you? But whatever he say, whatever he does, if you say it is wonderful, everything comes to you. No problem. Whatever he says, that's all right, that's perfect. So everything is given to him. The person who says wrong, of course, will not get anything. Think. Such a person, what will happen? Asakt aneka chitta vibhranta mohajala samavruta. Aneka chitta vibhranta. The mind is deluded by many different conclusions. False conclusions. Seeing happiness where it is not, seeing problem where it is not seeing happiness where it is. Both way, please understand. If I know myself who I am, then the same person, when you know yourself who you are, whatever you have becomes a blessing. A blessing for you, blessing for others. I am happy. I am the happiness itself. Now therefore, listen carefully how the behavior changes. I am a rich man, I am miserable. So whoever entertains me, I shall have a natural weakness to give it to him. Listen. Whoever flatters me, it is so soothing, because I don't know what else way to be happy. Whoever tells me soothing words, whoever tells me things that I like to listen, that person becomes very nice. So inevitably I pass on everything to that person, because I am so unhappy, so miserable in my life. Okay. So flatterers will get it. But suppose somebody says, you are useless, how can you depend upon that man? What do you say? You get lost. Why? Because that person, he may be a flatterer, but he is the one giving me something, or she is one giving me something. So when you are obsessed with a man or woman, you are obsessed with somebody or something, you shall not listen to anybody, like a drug addict. Drug is his refuge. Alcohol is refuge. Food is his refuge. Sex is his refuge. Pleasure is his refuge. To such a person, if you say, no, you cannot do that, the person will hate you. The other person try to exploit you. And if you say that man is exploiting you, you will get angry. Because that person makes you happy. Therefore, whatever you have goes to that person. So as long as you are ignorant, you shall be helplessly exploited and also will helplessly exploit. That is how the whole world is a mutual exploitation field. You exploit me, I exploit you. We shall name it love and affection, but you exploit me, I exploit you. That is how the ordinary people's relationship. Contrast it with the person who is happy with himself. I am happy with myself. I have riches now. I had riches. I was always bartering it for getting little happiness or attention. Now I am happy with myself. Now I have riches. Now when somebody says, sir, your nose, nothing like it. Nobody has a nose like you. Now you know before he says what nose you have. You know you have a crooked nose. Now you clearly see this fellow is a flatterer, stupid. Oh yes, I have a very nice nose, thank you. He doesn't get anything from you. Because now you are waiting for the genuine person who speaks the truth, not the person who flatters you. Because you don't need any flattery. Are you getting that point, please? If you need flattery, somebody shall be there to flatter. And if you feel flattered, you shall be flattened. Because now your key is in his hand. If he wants to get something, oh, you are wonderful. If you don't give something, you are stupid. Oh. So that fellow makes you dance like a doll. Whether it is a secular field, religious field, many people are dancing like dolls. The smart people manipulate everybody. But when you are happy with yourself, you understand your nature, you shall enjoy every entertainment. Because you know the fellow is deceptive. He is stupid. What he is talking, you know. The moment he opens his mouth, you know why he is opening his mouth. You don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Why? Then your everything goes where it should go. Your money, your attention, your wisdom, your everything. Nobody exploits you. You shall allow yourself to be exploited, but nobody can exploit you. It's a tremendous power. That is where the self-awareness, Atmana Vindate Viryam. When you allow yourself to be exploited, you are a powerful person. When you are helplessly exploited, you are power. Aneka chitta vibhranta, mohajala samabruta. It's like completely overtaken by the web of delusion, mohajala, like the spider's web. There is a web of delusion. You see everything as it is not. You can't see everything as it is. Do you know why? If you see yourself as you are, you shall see everything as they are. If you can't see yourself as you are, if you cannot see yourself as you are, you cannot see things as they are. Why? You shall look through emotions, colored emotions, anger, hatred, jealousy, inferiority, superiority. It's just like you are looking at yourself through your riches. You shall look at other people through their riches. So if they are same person, your level of arrogance is same, very friendly. Other person is poor, useless. You don't have, that's why I say birds of same feather flock together. Understand? When you are looking at yourself through something, you cannot escape looking at other people through that. Mohajala samavrata. Prasakta kama bhogeshu. Only thing in life is, when you are ignorant and unhappy, and you have all the means at your disposal, what shall you do? Prasakta kama bhogeshu. You shall inevitably engage yourself in pleasure. Why? Because you are unhappy. Think. Inevitably engage yourself in pleasure. When you are miserable and you have money at your disposal, will you give charity? Think. You are miserable. Will you give charity? Definitely not. When you are miserable, first paisa will go to cigarette if you have got a practice. First cup of coffee. Some money you have got. First thing which shall give you little happiness. Naturally. Prasakta kama bhogesu. Look at your mind, please. Why this description? In contrast, you can understand yourself. Prasakta kama bhogesu. Am I overwhelmed? Am I obsessed? No. First 16 chapters, so much who you are. Now in contrast you see yourself. What am I not? The person who is ignorant will be deluded by different wrong ideas. Am I deluded by wrong ideas? No. Who am I? Know myself? Yeah, of course. Do you feel flattered or destroyed? No. I am who I am. Fantastic. Always you look at yourself, getting that contemplation. First, you see at yourself as you are, and through also what you are not. Both way, you are comfortable with yourself. Because these possibilities you must see. Not only you should know where the road is, also you should know where the road is not. In a river, where shall we cross? Not anywhere. In some places it is very deep. So unconsciously, if you are driven by ahankar, I thought, you shall jump into this. You may know the truth, but if one moment of unconsciousness, if you are unconscious, forgetfulness. Unconscious means forgetfulness. If you forget yourself, Mahadeva, you don't, are you appreciating? I am happy with myself. So now unconsciously, suppose it builds up. I am happy. Wonderful. I know everything. That's genuine. I am happy. Yes, I am the happiness itself. Then unconscious jump will be, what's wrong if I do something? I take this food, no problem. What's wrong? I can eat whatever I want to eat. Or I can do whatever I want to do. And since you unconsciously get into it, you get into such a mess. If you are a conscious person, it's a different game altogether. We have seen all that, okay? Now see, so prasakta kama bhogeshu prasakta. Obsessed with these sense pleasures, sensations, obsessed. When he's talking about, it's not condemning, please understand. It's not a condemnation. It is a verification for yourself. Am I overwhelmed? Am I obsessed with anything? Patanti narake suchau, asuchau narake patanti. They fall into narka. Narka means what? When you say hell, not in the language of the theologies which talk about a permanent hell where you are burning continuously, you fall into the suffering. Where? Here itself. Here itself you are out. When you have your greed, do you suffer later on or now? When you have jealousy, you suffer later on or now? When you are angry, are you going to suffer after 10 hours? When you are angry, the suffering is instantaneous. You ate overeat, when do you suffer? After 3 days? Now. Understand? Okay? Such people, Atma Sambhavita Astabdha, useless. We shall see tomorrow morning. Okay? Close your eyes. Such people, Atma Sambhavita Astabdha. Think too much of themselves. Tomorrow morning we shall see. They just think too much of themselves. They do not know who they are. And therefore, justify every wrong action and suffer in life. Close your eyes.